Let's go.
Let's go.
Hello everyone, my name is Bam here and I am an exchange student here in, what's the name again? Hochschule University of Applied Sciences in Koblenz, Germany. And yes, I am from Thailand. I was a university student in Srinthorn Institute International of Technology in Thammasat University in Thailand. This video is going to be about a review of my life here, basically how I live my life, how is the school, how is the city like, and yeah, basically how is it here being an exchange student. So let's get into it. So that's kind of what Koblenz kind of look like walking around it, and yeah. So without any further ado, let's start with the points once to come to Koblenz would consider. First, the social life here in Koblenz. The second, the study here, and the third point, the foods. Let's go. Now we're gonna move on to the social life here. How I kind of like socialize in Koblenz. So in general, Germany is really famous for its many clubs, many sport, many hobbies for you to join and kind of like connect with the people with the same interests as you. And in case of Koblenz, yes, of course, we have this kind of system of it's called AHS, which is kind of like the website which you can sign up for different sports that you're interested in. So basically you have kind of like ninjutsu, jujitsu, you have volleyball, you have soccer, you have golf, you have so many different kind of sports that you could do. For me personally, I signed up for yoga, and also I signed up for like jujitsu and ninjutsu. That was really fun, and like I made lots of friends, and like the people was also really nice, and there are so many different types that you could sign up. For example, you could sign up for the beginners for ninjutsu, for example, and yeah, and that's how you kind of like make friends. Also, in Hochschule, the Hochschule that I go to, they have this ESN community, which tries to connect the people with others. So basically, ESN will come up with like events for you to go to Bonn. They'll organize and events for you to go to bars, to drink, and yeah, they have this kind of different thing. And like this in Hochschule for ESN Koblenz, they're organizing the trip for you to go to Freiburg, which is other city, for a weekend. And yeah, some of the events are free, and then some they cost you money. But yeah, it's a really nice way to get to know people, get to socialize. Basically, I met the people who I love, the best friends here from ESN, and don't doubt in you're not making friends. You finally find a way, in your own way, in your kind of way, in your kind of people that you're comfortable with, and yeah, you'll find your way through it. Of course, I think you will not get lost. So moving on to the next topic about the study here in Hochschule Koblenz. One of the very good thing of study in Germany is that you don't need to pay for any tuition fees. However, you only need to pay service fee, which
covers for like for example, the bus transportation. For example, in Hochschule you can travel around Koblenz for free, including the bus, the trains, the boats, and kind of like the sail one, which going from Koblenz up to the tourist attraction, and yeah, basically it covers the travel cost that you're gonna pay daily on a daily basis.
Yeah, and that's really nice. Unless you are like me, who came from SIT and like exchange student, then you need to pay accordingly to the university you came from. Anyways, but the education system in Germany is basically all free. Talking about the study in Hochschule in general, so Hochschule, the goal of it is that you get a smaller classrooms with a lot more discussion between the students and the professor. So basically it's a really nice environment to be in, so you get to kind of like have a two-way communication between the teachers, and you get to learn a lot. The practical examples of it is given by professor who's really knowledgeable about the subject. He gave his own practical experience, his past experiences. He have the practical experience from that. So my favorite topic, we're gonna talk about food now. So forget about the Germans, schnitzels, wurst, or the fancy stuff in the restaurant. I mean, for me personally, I don't go to the restaurant a lot because it costs a lot. The basic meal that you could get at a restaurant start from 10 to 13, and it could go up to like 20-30 euro per dish. But then it's a big but. Like, if you cook for yourself, the cost is not a lot. Like, I usually spend around 10 to 20 euro. If you cook for yourself a lot, then yeah, it's really nice. And the meal at the Hochschule is debatable. It's okay, yeah, and it costs only 2.6 euro, which is really nice. And you get all the meats, you get the chicken, you can have the vegetarian menu. It's a good meal there. But if you really cook for yourself, for example, I made fried noodles, I made sushi with my friends. We also made like ramyeon and eat it together, and the Korean soup, and what else do you doing? So, a wrap. I really love it, and I would not take the chance back to go anywhere else. Like, living in Koblenz for me is a really good choice, and I love all the people that I met here, the very good friends of mine, and the city itself, the vibe of it is not too small, it's not too big, it's just the right amount, not too overwhelmed. You can still know the people when you go out, and you can still see the familiar faces, and yeah, that's what I like about it. And that's how my life is here in Koblenz as an exchange student from Thailand. So yeah, if you have any question or want to ask me anything, just contact me. I'm gonna give it out here, and yeah. So have a nice day, everyone. Bye bye.